I am Brenda Jennifer Peart. I am a survivor. I'm a living entity, yes, baby, but I done seen some shit. Experienced some shit. Some firsthand, some vicariously, because you were there in assistance to the one who went through the bullshit. I need to know a few things. I am extremely triggered by the current violence on a female student from so-called ex-boyfriend on a college campus here in Jamaica. I'm triggered. I'm triggered in many ways, and we're going to start with the first one. Why is it when something goes down, there's always victim blame or victim shame? The second one, why didn't anybody hear her scream? I can't type fast enough to keep answering that one. It's hard for you. When this happened, and a peep came out of me. When this happened, even though I dreamt about it 3 days in advance, I didn't know when it was coming. But I knew enough not to react. Because see, if I reacted or overreacted, we wouldn't be having this conversation here today. You have flight and fight. And in the midst of flight and fight, there are many ways to fight. Self-preservation will have you playing possum. And until you really been in some stuff and go to, and you think you're doing it with all your might, not a damn thing is coming out. So hold off on the why nobody didn't hear her. I'm going to tell you the other thing about people. When this went down, there are a bunch of men in the next room. They have yet to move to my assistance. And this went down, what, 2010? They have yet to move to my assistance. I got up, cleaned up my own blood off the floor, crushed up some aspirin with some golden seal and some garlic, put it on that sucker and laid the hell down. Again, because when you're dealing with people who may have issues of mental illness, you don't know what the hell is going to trigger them to have further psychotic breaks. Y'all, some of y'all watching too many damn movies. Because you already know that if you really want somebody to pay attention when you are being attacked, if you actually have a voice, you yell fire! You don't yell help because they don't respond. You don't yell help because they just think somebody's playing. But you yell fire, something that can actually affect their well-being, they just may react. The other one, why is there no accountability? It's always the alleged attacker. Even though there's video all over the place, thank God I have not seen it. I'm not built for that. No, because then I'll really be on here cussing. When they say, why did they not hear her screams? Have you ever had something hot coming towards your body? You feel the heat. They'll be above you with the damn object. It hasn't even touched you yet. And you're barely breathing. You're not breathing at that point. Because you don't know where they're going with it. Certain things shut down your spirit. would literally leave your body to preserve your senses, because it knows that the physical flesh can heal, but the emotional, the mental is fragile. So you don't always want to be in the moment when somebody is trying to harm you. Your spirit will preserve you. May have you knock the hell out, may have you faint, may have you throw up, listen. But it does not have you do things that antagonize or aggravate your attacker. It has you go into your head to work out out of this situation alive. That's what it is. So let's be careful how we victim blame or victim shame or who wasn't in when and how they get in there and all that other stuff. Hormonal young people will do what they gonna do to be around each other. That's just how it is. Now, when one of them's head ain't wrapped too tight, we don't all have jurisdiction over that. Now, where's the accountability? Why cannot this mental illness, because that's what it is, it's sadistic, it's associative disorder, it's psychotic break, because all this is done because, and y'all young people, you ain't married, you in college. People interdate and see each other and have fun. And why are folks so possessive that they think people belong to them? And in the belonging, if I can't have you, then no one else can. That is some selfish bullshit. You know, where's the accountability? I pray for the emotional, mental, and spiritual health of the young lady as she survives this occurrence in her life. And unfortunately, her perpetrators made it harder. Well, you know, the 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Because he's given her physical scars that she's got to watch heal. And I ain't gonna lie, they take a while. And burns, they give further pain. And I would pray, as one person said on Twitter, seizes passports, don't no other country need a psychopath. 2, remand is behind. Yes, he got a damn good criminal attorney, so you know he jacked up. Okay, but remand. You should not be sitting cushy up in your parents' house waiting to go to trial. No. And let there be a just one, charge them with the correct crimes. Whether or not it was because someone wanted to say, well, it's such and such a dorm and they didn't live there, they went to visit. People are allowed to have visitors. I was looking over the student handbook. Oh, yeah, listen, you got to look at certain things. What are the rules? Because they say, oh, they're looking to expel. But you can get in more trouble for cyber issues and cheating and this, that, and the other. The word abuse was mentioned once in the handbook, and it had to do with technology. The word violence had to do with threatening of violence, and the word rape was not in there. I think I did finally look for the word that had to deal with a sexual assault, but the section was not wide at all. So there's, you know, a head in the sand atmosphere about young people, their activities, and society at large. This is all a mental health issue. What makes someone think that they can literally hold someone against their will and torture them? Bottom line. Kidnapping. I don't care if you knew you before or not. Kidnapping. There's no reasoning that you can literally take a blood clot iron and burn up somebody pitney where you're not bringing out its backside world. For what reason? Because what? Them not see you again. Y'all are in your goddamn 20s. You're babies. You're exploring the world. And yet, one set not really talk about him, but a good majority are talk about what she did I do there, why nobody never hear her. And you know what's sad? It's a lot of us same women running our mouths about some bullshit. Everybody knows somebody that been through some crap. Are we that numb that we don't want to recognize pain? Is it that part of life? Is it like not watching Nollywood, where every goddamn movie, when they need a twist in the plot, makes it be rape or violence against women? We are not that extendable. You cannot throw us away. Stop it. Wake up and address the mental health issues that lead to anti-societal behavior which injure children, women, and yes, men, and yes, LGBTQIA. But stop, for the love of God, raping and maiming and injuring the giver of life. And then you are the same type of individual who turn around and say, because me didn't love her, and me couldn't live without her. Cut the bullshit. You got a 70-some-odd-year-old man who got cases decades long. But because of legalese, that son of a bitch is spending what is considered to be vacation time. What? And I can't even say somebody up dead, because every foot clock day, somebody I get dead behind spousal abuse, behind domestic violence, behind domestic abuse, behind children getting, why? We have to recognize, no matter what age, I am she and she is me and she is us. We have children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, nieces, nephews, friends of. All human beings deserve the right to live holistically, spiritually, clean life, devoid of hate and violence. We just get on with somebody and tell me, say, boy, our son in North Maluku got them school, they might want to go to. Why? Because another thing, gun violence. It's not as simple as why we can't all get along, as why can't we exercise the universal principle of love and respect and concern for others. Because I don't know, I've been the receiver of it. And I can say, yeah, but I've also seen that person when they finally do get some medication, they okay. Not that they can be near me too tough. I mean, listen, once bitten, twice shy. You got to know how to roll. You got to cover your ass. But we've got to address mental health, and we've got to throw the book at the perpetrator, at the criminal. He ain't alleged in my mind. There's videos and too much testimony and all this other stuff. Now it just comes down to make him get the right sentence, and don't let the money be the guide.